Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. More from the blazing sapphire here. May Krishna bring joy to you, Krishna whose eyes, with their side glancing, enchant all the hearts like a deva's dancing. Krishna whose gray-blue body, glistening, seems a rain cloud new forming. Krishna whose feet eclipse with their gleaming the pride of millions of gods of love. May Krishna bring joy to you. He is very handsome and sweet. All good traits are Hari's. Strong is his fresh blooming youth. Loquacious tongue like honey. Steady, wise, and intelligent. Steady, wise, and intelligent. Clever, expert, and happy. Skilled and grateful when he loves. Loves with abandon, yet an ocean of solemnity. Is Hari. Great repute is part of him. Loved ones flock to sport with him. None can play the flute like him. Captivate the girls like him. He excels in everything. Matchless beauty ever new. In this way are praised the traits of amorous Krishna in love. Example of these qualities were given in earlier works. 4 types of hero were defined before: the noble, brave, and more. Within the 4, the 2 kinds are known: husband and paramour. Consider first husband. The one who ceremoniously takes the maiden's hand. It is said to be her husband. For example, disgracing Rukmini and his hordes. To Dwarka he brought his bride. Joy overwhelmed his town. When lotus-eyed he took her hand. Oops. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, Chaitanya Mangal here. What? There you go. Chapter 15. No, let's go. That's kind of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Teaching, this chapter 1 of Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Mongol here. Teaching and giving Krishna Prem. This is Lochan Das. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Narahari and Gaurahari, who are the lords of my heart. Please be merciful and cast your auspicious glance upon me. Now listen, everyone, to the Madhya Kanda. By doing this, you will attain love of Godhead. These topics These topics are the essence of all nectar. This section includes the Lord's pastimes of distributing Krishna Prem throughout Nadia. Showing the utmost tolerance and compassion, Gauranga delivered the sinful rogues Jagai and Madai. The Lord freely gave everyone that love, which even Lord Brahma rarely attains. Sriman Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Harinam Sankirtan movement. He took sannyas to deliver the most fallen. These topics, which are like tasty pieces of solidified nectar, will purify the heart of even the staunchest atheists. Upon his return to Navadvip, Vishvambara felt very happy, sporting with all his friends and relatives. At this time, the Lord began teaching the young Brahmin boys of Nadia. All these boys were pious, strict, and pure in behavior. They were the most fortunate students in the three worlds. One day, Gaurahari compassionately instructed his students, "The lotus feet of Krishna are the one and only truth. The purpose of all knowledge is to attain Krishna Bhakti." See? The lotus feet of Krishna are the one and only truth. See, the one and only lotus feet. It's a hidden way of saying the pastimes of Krishna are the one and only truth. Okay? Yeah. Because they emanate from the spiritual potency. Yeah. So see, the Lord comes here and he walks all of the earth and leaves these pastimes, and leaves his name. You know, people, we call him Krishna, leaves his name. And they're all eternal. It's the one and only truth here in this world. Unless the spiritual potency is manifest in this world, there's no truth in it. Okay? There's no understanding of truth. Okay? So to those, see, this is where the bhakti, the devotion, it's like a relationship with the Lord of truth. The Lord who is the truth, his pastimes, his qualities, his name, See? A relationship with Krishna, which is that one truth. You see? And that's why, to those who worship me with loving ecstasy, Bhagavad-Gita 10:10, again and again and again. It's so deep, so in so many angles you can see this truth. You see, to those who worship me with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See, he is that understanding. See, his pastimes, his qualities, his understanding. Because it's like people are reading these pastimes of Krishna, right? They're reading them. Who understands them? How many times did Johann read the books? Did he understand? He even admitted, I didn't understand them. And Janaki also. See? Because you have to worship the Lord with loving ecstasy. See? So our Sangha is so bona fide, it's hard to imagine how bona fide it is. You can't even imagine how bona fide it is. We just have to get the revelation on how bona fide it is, and how it makes more sense than anything in this world as far as the spiritual path goes. Okay? Because Krishna's lotus feet are the one and only truth. And that's his pastimes. He is walking all over the planet, leaves all these pastimes. But nobody understands them unless you're an unalloyed devotee, right? See, only by unalloyed devotion can you know Krishna, can you attain Krishna. Can you understand Krishna? Okay? So, to those who worship me with loving ecstasy, unalloyed devotion, I give them the understanding. So, in other words, you pick up the pastimes of Krishna and you get the understanding. Isn't that how it's working here? Look, the devotees here are getting this Bhakti Lata Bij, like it's glorified in our books. Bhakti Lata Bij, it gives you the power to understand all things. With this Bhakti Lata Bij, with this Bhakti, another word for that is Radharani, and you're dancing in your heart. See, you can understand Krishna. Isn't it known that Radharani is the only one who really understands Krishna? Well, who is Radharani? The personification of devotion. Can you imagine having that devotional potency in your heart? Then when you look at these pastimes, you understand them. Otherwise, they're hidden, right? All you got is the name. Oh, look at this. I'll read the pastimes. Well, my guru told me to read the pastimes, and I did it. I chanted my 16 rounds. I did it. Did my duty. Okay, did a good day's work. Very good. But can you see, our whole thing here in our Sangha is to teach the glories of the awakening of Bhakti Lata Bij in the hearts, because that, look what's happened. Those who are coming to hear, which is the process, the real authentic process. To if you wonder, is Gaurahari, this fool sitting before you without tilak and a dhoti, and laughing and crying like a madman, is he bona fide? Is he bona fide? Well, it's very easy to figure out, is he bona fide, man? Is he bona fide? Well, those fools coming to listen to this fool here, what's happening and then believing him, believing in this madman, they're becoming madmen, but not so mad because they're out declaring like, whoa, man, what's happened in my heart, man? Now I read these books. You see, the Lord, you get everybody to read the book so many times, and then they come here, and now they're understanding the real process and teaching the real process by their actual experience as a witness and testifying. Yeah, I read these books 4 or 5 times, man, but now I'm coming here, man, and hearing a person that he must be worshiping the Lord with loving ecstasy, because whatever he's saying, even though so many people aren't understanding them, or because of, they think they know all about bhakti, but I just realized I wasn't getting what I wanted out of those books, so I came and listened to him, and now something entered my heart. some kind of madness that makes me laugh and cry and make a madman. And now I look at these books and my God, do they make more sense? Oh man, these books are my life and soul. See? That's the understanding, and that's how the practical way that you get the understanding. See? Because you're following the real process where it's really bona fide, because with equal faith in the bona fide spiritual master in Krishna, what is the result? The purports of the Vedas are automatically revealed, and that's happening in your life. Boy, what a witness you guys got. Let's see anybody top that. All these, I listened to one guy today, and he was speaking nicely, but where was the bhakti? I didn't see. It was like a person who memorized all these things and then quoted the verb from the wind and everything about Chaitanya Leela, but there was no bhakti. And even admitted, he says, oh, that was in the past, this bhakti is, you got to do a lot of sadhana to get this bhakti now. Yeah, you do, huh? Well, we're just getting the right understanding. Because that's the real process that he doesn't know, even though he knows all these verses and everything, and is part of these highest sanghas, that are supposedly the real, the real continuing on, the ones who continue the disciplic succession on. But, and they're admitting, all I hear is everyone, well, that's, that was 500 years ago, and now you got to do a lot of sadhana, and in a few lifetimes, maybe, very maybe you'll get this bhakti here, man. But I say no, it's very clear, man. It gets more clear every day. No, it's very clear. When you got a bona fide place, time, at a certain time, in a certain place, in a certain circumstance, which is here, then the result, the desired result, will come in this lifetime, and very quickly, even in less than a year in some. Here, people are coming. Most of the Vaishnavas think Gaurahari's crazy. You take this name. Oh, how laughable it is, Gaurahari. He's taking Srila. Oh, Bhakti-Vedanta. How ridiculous. Not even a dhoti. Aren't they doing that? Who's going to get the last laugh? Who's already getting the last laugh? Oh, not bona fide? No. How come people are getting what you can't give and go, and you even admit you can't give it, but it's all being gotten here? So, hey man, why isn't the title deserved here? Does that make any sense to anybody, or am I just totally nuts? I mean, I know a lot of people are like, what kind of Srila is he, huh? Well, the kind of guy, the kind of Srila and Bhakti Vedanta that awakens Bhakti in people's hearts. That kind of Srila. Isn't it supposed to be like that? Presents the Leela in such a beautiful, conclusive way that Krishna is so pleased to awaken in the hearts of anybody who believes in this fool. This laughable guy. Well, we got to fit the part, right? We got to fit Bhagavad-Gita. What does Bhagavad-Gita say? Fools, deride me, laugh at me when I descend in my human form. Hey man, if there is a real bona fide spiritual master, you just met servitor Godhead. And when he descends here, as servitor Godhead, that's one of his forms, recognized in chapter 1 of Adi Leela. River read that there. One of his forms is the bona fide spiritual master. If there's one that's bona fide, you'll see what happens in the book. What happened in the book will happen again. And is happening again. So laugh all you want, you guys out there, about this fool taking Gaurahari and Srila and Bhaktivedanta, divine grace, or whatever they want to put on it. Because whatever it is, it's working here, and the actual result is happening here. People are getting delivered here. How about you guys that are taking Bhaktivedantas and Srila? Has anybody got prema, getting prema, or even a little bit above? Ashakti? Sorry, you caught me in a mood, you know. But isn't that true? Aren't they laughing? I know they're laughing. They're laughing. But is it really laughable? Or what are we doing? We're awakening bhakti in others? Come on, man. That's all Maya covering you up. That's why I have to yell so much to God. Wake up, you guys. You idiot. You're not, you know, the Maya's made you dumb. It made these so-called scholars thinking they're so smart, and they're laughing at this guy here. But hey, man, the work that was done 500 years ago is being done again. That's called revival. And well, hey, man, wasn't it I don't know, when I read Caitanya-caritāmṛta, he wanted to give this bhakti in Kali Yuga. What, it's just going to be just when he was here? Why can't he empower another person, a jiva, to deliver this to others? He did even back then. He had people distributing this same kind of bhakti. How do you know it's being distributed now? Well, go look at Johan. Anybody got a brain? Can you really understand Caitanya-caritāmṛta? But these people don't. These guys studying and they talk about it like the bull in the wind, and then they see a guy that's actually manifesting real bhakti, and what do? Oh, I don't believe that. See? These persons who study and memorize all the verses and all that stuff and say, well, there's an example of what you've been reading. Oh, I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm so envious and jealous and everything, but I want to look like I'm actually bona fide. And just because I'm blind, I make everybody else blind as me, you know, and they can't even see what's plainly evident, self-evident scriptures. Right there is the devotees Krishna cannot hide himself from his real devotees. And those are the devotees of his devotees. Those who are surrendered and submissive. Krishna cannot hide himself from you either. Have you noticed that, some of you out there? That's the protection of Krishna. That's the grace of Krishna coming through your faith in a bona fide guru. That ain't so bad, huh? Ooh. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of comments, huh? We got things shaking here. I like it, man. Energy, life, man. You get Radha going in your heart, man. You get life. And I was just thinking that, man. I realized today, I said, well, it's got to always realizing more and more. Radharani, whatever you want, people call you the Holy Spirit, Radharani. I know that's you, man. There ain't no one like you, man. You are full of life and full of juice, and man, do you attract Krishna. My God, because of you, I can understand these books. Because of you, even without a dhoti, I can get 11 people to listen. Even without a dhoti. You guys strip off your dhotis out there. All of you sannyasis, now you strip off your dhotis and put on clothes like this and a t-shirt and see how many people will listen to you. Only if you got Radharani really in your heart. Because she is attractive. I'm really like, whoa, man, when that's all, man, she's my life and soul, man. I just tell you the truth, man. It's honest truth, man. I declare, man, she is, without her and Krishna, nothing's going on in this, in what we're doing here. Yeah. John Scott, this is day, 3 or 4? We got to count the days for John. We got to see what is he, the result of his 30 days of hearing here regularly here. We want to see the result of that. Most don't get above the, they stay struggle, man. Well, good. I'm glad we're still impressing Janaki. Still true. Well, I mean, Krishna gives you logic, man. That's Lord Chaitanya went to South India and he got people to abandon their opinions. You know how? He presented things so logically and clearly because of devotion, because of worshiping the Lord in ecstatic devotion. It makes you very clear and logical that people started to just think, hey, man, that makes more sense than my own stupid mind. What I've been thinking and speculating, what even my gurus have been telling me. It makes more sense. And they abandoned their opinions and just started chanting Hare Krishna and started getting the taste. Because that's how you get bhakti. You got to abandon all this stuff here. You know what happened? I come here to the Dham. I have to kind of like hide away a little bit from people because as soon as I sit down with them, they start talking. And man, they won't stop. They're getting all this stuff out of them. Oh, please have a seat. Okay, I sit down. And they're emptying out. Which is good, but. River says, my dear Guru Maharaj, what if you put on a dhoti and see how many more devotees come to you? I ain't putting that ain't my style, man. Because I don't want everybody like that. Oh, well, we're coming to Gaurahari because he's got a dhoti, and now we're going to watch. That means if I put the dhoti on, that means I got to watch all my P's and Q's, because that dhoti means then I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do that. I have to act this way and that way and all that, and forget it. We'll just take what we get here. People just have to go internal, And if people are impressed with the dhotis, well, there are plenty of people there to impress them. You can go out there and, I'm here. Those who are meant to be here, they'll hear, their heart will tell them, this is where I need to be, and they'll come here. Yeah. Oops. So one day, Gaurahari compassionately instructed his students, the lotus feet of Krishna are the one and only truth. Yeah. Well, that's the blessing. Remember, we heard the glorification that Radharani is always bright and beautiful and shines. If she's shining in our heart, man, then it reflects in the devotee's eyes, and a lot of our sangha is shining. Have you noticed? Janaki is shining. Her eyes are shining bright. River Yamuna, and Johan, and so many. Whoever's getting visible up there. River says, it's true, the more your heart is cleared, there is more room for bhakti and everything is much clearer. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, so see, that's all by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, and by service to the devotee. See, you're doing that, regular classes, and then you're doing the service. All that's troublesome in the heart comes up and out, right? See, and then Krishna, the Lord in the heart, awakens and shows the truth about that inside you as an irrevocable fact. Now you know for sure. And so now you feel in your heart these things, and now you look at these, Krishna becomes very attractive in his books and his name and everything. Now you're doing devotional service in ecstasy and are qualified to enter the kingdom. Okay? So does this fool Gaurahari deserve the title of, I don't feel like I deserve anything, but what's coming through here deserves a title. Okay, that intelligence that is coming through here deserves a title. That bhakti that comes here deserves a title. Because this is just the tip of the iceberg. What's coming through here deserves all these things because it's Krishna. It's like Prabhupada said, all devotees who are purified know this. Jesus says, of myself I can do nothing. He knew he was empowered by the Lord's grace and truth. Prabhupada said, don't think I personally wrote these books. They were written, dictated by Krishna. All these revelations and unders are dictated by Krishna. See? Therefore, I love these books. See? Therefore, I also love these books. And because he had the devotional potency to dictate these things and to relish these things, these books, to relish these conceptions. See? And that's the parampara system and how it works. And those are coming here because I also love these books and relish these books and love to stand up for these conclusive statements in these books uncompromisingly. See? People coming here and listening and believing in this, and then when you start thinking this makes more sense than any unrealized guru, any Ritvik philosophy, that person that's a Ritvik that hasn't realized this. Because if you're a Ritvik and you've realized this, you become a bona fide spiritual master. If you're a living guru and you realize these books and have the right understanding, you become a bona fide guru. But then you'd be out of the job in these organizations because they don't agree with what is actually bona fide. So can you handle that? Are you willing to do that? Well, who knows? I don't think so. But that's, hey, if you want Radharani and Krishna to dance in your heart, do that rasa dance in your heart, that's what's required. Because otherwise they don't come out it's all about association, man. If you don't, they don't come out of persons who don't, around persons or come out and in expression to persons who are against them. See, and that's religion. That's why abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. Surrender to me is what we teach here, how to surrender to Krishna, man. And that means how to worship, how to get devotional Bhakti Lata Bij awakened in your heart so that you can surrender to Krishna and be okay with it. Think, hey man, you persons, I don't care, you can't add to my life. Man, Krishna and Radha, they add everything to my life. Look at what's happening in my life and your lives. Krishna and Radha are adding our family. People who say, yeah, man, this is so Chaitanya-like, so much like what it was like 500 years ago. I want to be part of a family like that. You think this motivated devotional service is part of the real family? No, they're still way in this full of all these alloys, metals mixed together. And, it's not a clean thing, man. Is there anything wrong with wearing a sari? It helps. There's nothing wrong. Wear a sari, don't wear a sari. It's not going to save you at this level, okay? So, whatever you want, if you want to wear a sari, wear a sari. If you don't want to wear one, don't wear one. I'm not preaching Vaidhi Prabhupada said, you must do this and have to do this. You shouldn't wear your little pigtail. Yeah, well, he's the bona fide spiritual master, for those persons on the path of Vaidhi. See, I'm also the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and the Lord inspires me to preach according to this time, place, and circumstance. And so my declaration is, don't get mental about it. Wear a sari and don't wear a sari. But don't think anybody else, don't judge those who don't wear saris. That's not the thing. The whole thing here is, just come in here and associate with our family here and see if you can become a part of it, if you want to become a part of it. It was a lady who has been seeing you for a few years. She has been living with now 30 years, yeah. To serve my at your feet. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. You guys are preaching good about that. Yeah. Huh. So, the lotus feet of Krishna are the one and only truth. See? So, this is when you can abandon all varieties of religion and their rules or regulations when you really know that in your heart. And that's why people can do that here, is because, hey man, the one and only truth are not the rules or regulations. That is mode of goodness, so we distinguish everything as it is. Mode of goodness is you follow Vaidhi Bhakti and the Varnashram Dharma like that. But that is not deliverance yet. That's a step into the mode of goodness. If you want to spend your whole life in our preaching, is the thing is, do you want to spend your whole life trying to develop that mode of goodness, or do you want to just go right into transcendence? See, because we're preaching the essence of how to go right into transcendence. See? So Krishna even taught that in Bhagavad-Gita. Let go of all the modes of nature. Transcend all the modes of nature by surrendering to me. And so we're teaching how to do that. See, surrendering to the me is surrendering to the lotus feet of Krishna. And the lotus feet of Krishna is the actual understanding of his pastimes and his quality and his nature and in his ecstasy and all of that. When you surrender and are submissive to a bona fide guru out of intelligence, not out of cult manipulations and all these things, manipulating the Shastras say that an unbona fide person is bona fide. No, that's manipulation of the scriptures. No, I'm teaching you how to put this fool out of a job by just telling you that what is the standard, man? Or is that person being used by Krishna to deliver who Krishna is? Krishna is ecstatic devotion. You see that guru who is an alleged guru, are they bringing forth ecstatic bhakti, real mellows of devotion? Are they delivering that to you? Yes or no, you have that, because that's what Krishna is. He's Sat, Chit, and Ananda in a Vigraha. An empowered Vigraha is the bona fide guru. Right? So intelligently surrender means, hey man, I'm surrendering to that bhakti, man. Is this person giving me uncommon Krishna conscious conclusions better than anything I've seen out there? See, then it's worthy to surrender to those conclusions and not conclusions by Ritviks who have not realized God, because there's something better than that now. That's only a band-aid to get you to the point of understanding when the Acharya arises, the real bona fide guru is going to deliver you, arises, and then they teach conclusively that understanding that they got from ecstatic worship. They're delivered and they deliver you with that same understanding. All of a sudden you start to get what they got. You start to become ecstatic like they are. You become conclusive like they are. That's called deliverance. See, surrender is like, hey man, that you got to come to an intelligent realization that this kind of surrender is good. It's not cultish. It is not going to bite me in the ass in the long run. I'm not going to be cheated by that, because I can understand when you start tasting these scriptures by hearing from a bona fide spiritual master and start feeling that Lord arise in your heart. It's a conclusive fact for you. Irrevocable. Irrevocable. Now, people can say whatever they want, why are you doing? You say, hey man, I'm eating ice cream. Don't tell me I'm not eating ice cream, because I taste this ice cream and you don't. What kind of authority are you? Well, you know, I memorized all these scriptures in Caitanya-caritāmṛta. I can quote them in all the verses. Bullshit. That doesn't impress me. You want to be like that? I'm eating the ice cream. You're not. I see that. You're in your head, man. Ritviks come up and say, well, you know, Prabhupada said this and all of this stuff, and say, hey, man, I'm eating the ice cream, man. I'm tasting devotional mellows. I love these scriptures, man. I see into them and you don't. I can see it with my own eyes, man. Why should I listen to you? See? Now, Lord Chaitanya has built his church on you. See? The real church. And people will come. I'll say, whoa, man, you're going to get me out of this hole, this dark hole everybody's stuck in here. World. See? What do you think a person, a Messiah is? They come here, they're empowered by the Lord to deliver people. And that proof is in the pudding. Who's getting delivered? People are already getting delivered here. We already showed you, man. If you have sat, if you have ananda, this bliss and ecstasy, and you're starting to cry in ecstasy when you chant and read. Yeah, when you're getting conclusive and you love these scriptures like you love your husband or wife and even more. Now you're delivered, man, because that's the way delivered people are in the spiritual world. They love Krishna, this life and soul. Radha and Krishna, the life and soul. That's right. Pizza straight from Goloka Vrindavan. Matter of fact, I think I might have a pizza. I'm going to celebrate tonight. Today, Radha and Krishna appeared in my heart. I'm going to celebrate at MVT and have a pizza. What do you say, Janaki? You want to do pizza 2 days in a row? Forget the potato, man. Potatoes are for these Irish guys like Karuna. Give the potatoes to Karuna, man. It's for the Irish. Woo. All right. So the lotus feet of Krishna, the one only truth. The purpose of all knowledge is to attain Krishna Bhakti. Hey, the whole purpose, Krishna Bhakti. See? Bhakti for Krishna. So the idea, see, people are studying the Vedas, right? You start out with Varnashram Dharma. Prabhupada teaches that, and then you study the Vedas and all. The purpose of all that knowledge is to attain Krishna Bhakti. And I'll tell you why, because the only reason I can tell you is Krishna just gave me a juicy revelation. And I know I got to impress River every day with some new revelations. Otherwise she'll be like, hey man, what is this guy? He's, So here's a nice new revelation, just hot off the Goloka press, man. I never saw this before. That's what keeps me going with Krishna. If he doesn't just give me new revelations, I'll just leave him. And I'll go somewhere else. Okay, let's see if I remember the revelation. Okay, the purpose of all knowledge is to attain Krishna Bhakti. So people are studying the Vedas, right? So you study the Vedas like everybody now, that even in these high sanghas and Raganugas, they're studying the Vedas. I know, I was in them and I was surprised. They were all studying the Vedas and I was out there relishing the Vedas. I was relishing the pastimes, crying, choking, and they're all studying, memorizing everything. See? So the purpose of all that knowledge is to attain Krishna Bhakti, my friends. All that study is to attain Krishna Bhakti. Why? Oh, well, when you have, see, the purpose of Johann reading those books 5 times was to attain Krishna Bhakti. The purpose of Janaki reading these books 4 or 5 times was to attain Krishna Bhakti, and the reason is what they're experiencing now. Now, they attained the door that leads to Krishna Bhakti. See? Because it's not attained in the chapter 4 of Chaitanya Mangal. It says, Krishna says, oh, I'm only attained by unalloyed love of God. Unalloyed devotion to Krishna is the only way to attain Krishna. See? And you're studying the Vedas, you can't get it that way, right? It's not working. See? But the purpose of all that knowledge, you have experienced the fruit of it or in process. Everybody here, you're in process of getting the purpose of all that study, or how little or much you've done. The purpose is to attain Krishna Bhakti. So Lord Chaitanya in chapter 4 quoted a verse. He says, not only by unalloyed devotion can you attain Krishna. It's not by study of the Vedas. It's not by sadhana. It's not by chanting mantras. It's not by pious deeds. Boy, sounds like you're shit out of luck, you guys, huh? Looks like you ain't, nobody has a luck. Looks like you're out of luck. Oh, but, he says, there's Srivas Pandit, an unalloyed devotee, man. Okay? Go and learn from him. Go and hear from him, and you will attain the highest happiness, which is unalloyed bhakti, unalloyed love of God. Even in the Sangha, there's some gotten that. And they know, personally, there's nothing like Radharani in your heart, devotion in your heart. Once you get that, man, you're hooked forever. You ain't going, there's nothing in this world that can make your heart like that and sing and oh. See, go to Srivas Pandit. That means go to a bona fide guru who has that unalloyed love of God, that devotion for Krishna, absorbed in the mellows of devotion, and by the action of the book Bhagavat and that devotee Bhagavat, that bona fide guru, that acharya, absorbed in real mellows of unalloyed devotion, that devotion will be instilled in your heart. See, the purpose of everything you did and didn't do out there is to come here and get this Bhakti Lata Bij, empty out whatever garbage is in there, so that this Bhakti, is room for this word, for this Bhakti to be planted in there and then start to bear fruit. Fructify more and more bliss, more ecstasy. Push out more of the crapola, until there's no room for the crapola and there's only bliss and ecstatic love. Okay? So the guru is the door. Jesus taught, I am the door. The bona fide spiritual master empowered to deliver people is the door. Because no one has unalloyed love. And that's why this truth that we preach here, it just smashes all of their arguments out there, doesn't it? Anybody who says, all I need is Prabhupada's books, yeah, you got unalloyed love? Well, I don't know, I need to, well, the Shastras say you can only attain the Lord with unalloyed love. Therefore, what are you going to do? Well, I'll just, have you changed at all? No, yeah, of course not. Anybody here, you look around, people are more or less where they were 40 years ago or 20 years ago. They ain't changing much. That's how slow that path is. You come here, you change fast and quick. Almost so quick you can't even handle. I can't let go of this, man. I'm too identified. I got to go out here and sit for a while with this here and process, letting it go. Okay? That's what you get. You get Bhakti Lata Bij, which is planted in your heart, and it grows very fast from a small seed, and then it gets watered with Hari Katha, and all this ecstasy and conclusive understanding is water for this thing. Okay? And it grows, and it's protected. Oh, we do a lot of protection around here, man. Get a lot of protection, you know. You know, people might think, why do you preach so heavy like this? And I saw a verse that I saw, you know, in this. I saw, let me read this verse to you. It's from the, I think, Proverbs, actually. But it talks about this kind of preaching, and if you see it in this light here. Okay. Where is it here? Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Yes. Okay, this is Proverbs 18:21. Listen to this. Words kill and words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. Proverbs 18:21. And it made me think about our preaching here. This video is a little distorted. Is that what they say, a little distorted? Because if it's distorted, it's on your end here, it's really clear. It's very powerful. Broadcasting, we got real next to cell phone towers. Okay, so words kill and words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. Okay, this is maybe a mode of goodness level of looking at things, but there's a lot of transcendental nectar in this. Okay? A lot of transcendental nectar, and I'll point it out here. So words kill. That's right. I speak a lot of words, and it's killing something. You notice? What do you do when you have weeds? You put poison on it. See, they're either poison or fruit. So words kill, and so Bhagavatam is meant to give life and to kill the weeds. See, Bhagavatam is chapter 1, second verse, first canto. Okay? Highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others. So, see, reality is speaking the life. See, words speak life. See, and distinguished from illusion. See, you got to kill the weeds by making people aware what is illusory, what is not really true. See, and so the words of a real acharya, they both give life and they kill the weeds. See, they teach you what is unfavorable for developing Krishna bhakti. See, so that's killing. So that's why people think, they may say, Gaurahari, you're really harsh. Why don't you give respect? I said, well, you know, we got to put some weed killer to kill the weed. The word spoken to reveal Maya Tattva, isn't that one of the tattvas is Maya Tattva? The whole idea to learn Maya Tattva is to learn what is Maya. People don't know. People think worshiping a hypocritical guru or a guru who hasn't realized Krishna is the truth. No. No, that's killing you. That's a weed, man. That's killing you. So you need the weed killer, which is the bona fide guru, to speak the word to kill the weed. See? Yeah, words kill, man. Well, hey, man, we're here to kill weeds, man. And we're here to speak life. See? Otherwise, the flaming swords protecting that life will cut you down. That flaming sword is ignorance, man. See? That weed has to be the weed killer. The poison has to be put on it. The poison is the truth, will set people free. It's why not everybody can just, dance here, here you come here and we start putting the poison on the weeds to kill it. The poison is the truth, man. That's an illusion you've been believing in, man. That if that guru isn't up to standard, man, that becomes a weed that has to be, otherwise you believe in it and then you don't get the result of Krishna Bhakti like people here are getting the result of Krishna Bhakti. Why, people say, well, you're so harsh, Gaura. Why are you be so mean and all that? But hey, man, look what's happening. People are getting inspired. People are getting purified. The weeds are being killed and real life is being spoken into them and staying there and awakening more and more. So I know this may not look really good. I know I may look like I'm in the mode of ignorance, but we're getting the job done. It's working, man. Transcendental fruit is coming. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm just preaching like Jesus was preaching in that way. That's why he said, hey, man, he was thinking also, hey, I may look like a weird tree and all that, but look, a good tree doesn't produce bad fruit. So you got to see, if I'm in, whatever crazy mode you think I'm in, why are we producing transcendental results? See, people can't understand the real guru. It's very hard, man. It's right there in the scripture. It says in Bhagavatam that the Vishnu Dutas, and that's really the real guru. They're like a Vishnu Duta, man. They come in. Actually, they have those 4 arms, and more. Or less, Vrindavan, more or less. They're more or less like that, okay? They come in, and the Bhagavatam says a lot of people think they're in the mode of ignorance. See? Because the modes here are a reflection of the transcendental modes, and everything is going here, but it's all for purification. It's all for Krishna. Hey, why did Jai and Vijay, they're out there doing violent things, man, protecting the kingdom of God. They'll slice you up, man, but then, you benefit from that. They're guards, man, they like to fight. They even said, oh, my Lord, our Lord likes to fight. Let us commit a little offense and get cursed and go down there and be, fight with the Lord, because he likes it, man. And he likes to fight with his devotees, and we're his devotees. So he fights with us than some others, Yeah, exactly. Roundup kills your body, man. This is better. We don't kill the body. We just kill the ignorance and leave the body intact, and then fill it with the truth, man. This is a better way, isn't it? Kill the false ego. False ego. What is false ego? Ego is identification. What do you identify yourself as? That's all. There's a lot of false identifications. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm so unworthy. I have nothing to share and all that. That's false ego. See, that's not, what is this? You have nothing to share. Yeah, what is this? Whatever Krishna gives you, share it, man. Why be a miser, right? Krishna is anything. You coming here, you're getting emptied out. That means if you're getting realizations and revelations, then that is what you're to share. You should be sharing that. And if you don't do it, because of what? The false ego saying, oh, I'm really not worthy and I don't have it. Oh, fuck you, false ego. Hey, give that a smack. What is this? You have nothing to share. Krishna, you're getting cleaned out and listening to all these things, and Krishna's putting these realizations. Hey man, that is going to save people. And this false identification, ooh, I'm not worthy, I really have nothing. That is bullshit. That mind of yours, say, oh, sweet mind. You're bullshitting. I ain't going to listen to you. Krishna is putting really new things in my mind, and they're wonderful. I think they're actually wonderful. Why are you bewildering me, my mind? You got to speak to your mind like this. Hey, mind, look, you're bewildering me. I'm here, I'm listening, I'm getting empty, I'm getting all these great things. I think they're great, and you telling me they're not? Fuck you, mind. Isn't that the real path? Isn't that what, well, see, of course, Raghunath Das did it a little more sweet way. He did it, he's a more Brahminical way. Oh, mind with sweet words, I petition you, to screw off, man. Stop it. Stop stopping me from serving Krishna. See? So I do it in our little way, more of a Sudra-like way. Fuck you. Get out of our way, man. Hey, man, Krishna's empty. I'm being emptied out. I'm getting all these nice realizations. Of course I want to share it with my brothers and sisters. What is this you tell me? This is the mind. The mind's always trying to trip you up. Oh, what is this you're saying I'm not worthy? Well, it's not about being worthy, man. It's about being willing. What is this telling me I got nothing? Well, Krishna's putting all kinds of realization. I like them, then others will like them too. What are you telling me that I'm not worthy and I don't have anything to share? Get out of my way, Satan. It's like Satan. That's Satan doing that. Satan. That's Maya, false ego. Oh, I'm not talking about anybody here. It's just theoretical. Just in case somebody's mind, sweet mind, come make a yoga class. Exactly. River knows about that. Oh, wow. We killed a lot of time here. Killed a lot of weeds and spoke a lot of life. So yeah, words kill, words give life. They either poison or fruit. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. So we choose both. See, we don't have to give up anything. We need, because that's preaching. There's no way look, you can say like, hey man, this doesn't look good and all that. Well, yeah, it doesn't look good. You want to look good? Go out and see the pressed doties that can't do anything. Come here, we're not looking good, but boy, look at the results. That's what Jesus said. Oh, you don't believe my word and all this, the way I am and everything, but look at the works God is doing. Look at the works that God is doing in the persons coming here to hear. Look at that. Look around at the witnesses. They're coming here and things are happening inside them, man. Things are fructifying. Things are getting more intense and interesting. See, so you look around. See, this is great. Prabhupada said, you got to be intelligent to understand Krishna consciousness. So you come here, you become intelligent. You realize, hey man, what is this cult thing, surrender to a guru? Hey man, it makes more sense than not to. Surrender to gurus. All you're surrendering to is this ecstatic bliss and this conclusive understanding. What is the body? I mean, it's just a body here, and it's a vigraha being used to pump out conclusive understanding and ecstatic bliss. So it just makes sense to let me just surrender and be submissive to this ecstatic bliss and conclusive understanding being pumped out of this big loud mouth here, this blabbermouth, going bum 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 bum. That's what you're surrendering to is that, the conclusive understanding. And it does wonders, man. Gives you a makeover. Okay, it's time for pizza and a little rest on the voice too. I've been extra loud today. Thank you very much for coming. And whoever wants to take over, this is our 24-hour kirtan here. Anytime in any part of the world, it keeps going, you just tune into our community here, and you have 24 hours of Harikatha and chanting and enriching your life more and more and more. And then there's no way that you cannot go back to Godhead. Matter of fact, Godhead will come right into your heart, man. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just travel the universes with the Lord in your heart like Narada Muni, man. And if you choose to go into Vaikuntha or Krishna Lila, wherever you want to go, you can go. You're a free bird. You come here, we'll set you free, man. It's not just of myself. It's a team. We hear double teaming Maya here. You can't single team Maya. You got double team Maya. And then we're starting to triple and quadruple team, all these other assistants coming too. Okay? Hare Krishna. Bye.